One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Arizona Wildcats, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the Utah Utes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Utah's offense will take the field first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
He's got it on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Oh, they're after him. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Got a man. It's Johnson. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He'll pull it down, all the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
With the catch, it's Phelps. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Punt is in the air. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Split backs here. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll mark it down, and that'll be enough for an Arizona first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Snagged out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Using his legs, it's Cox. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Offense changing the play. Toss to the outside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on it. Offense trying to go toss him to the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. On 1st and goal, let's see what Arizona does. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McCord. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses it.
Dropping back, it's St. Clair. He's going for the goal line. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The corners are walked up tight. Looking downfield on first down. It's caught. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Utes want to crank the tempo. They'll run play action. Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Got his man on the right. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it, though.
Touchdown, Utes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Virginia Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Hokies.
Scanning the field, it's St. Clair.
Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Warren. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Wants to throw on first down. Tosses it incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Finding open area. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab outside. It's Johnson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's McCord. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. The Utes in the hurry-up. He'll keep it himself. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Utes are on the move.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's fourth and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Trying play action. Grabbed over the middle, it's Clemens. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a fourth and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the fourth down.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Going the other way, and he's got room. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29, and after the interception, they'll try to cash it in with a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the back. From the gun to give, looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Right on the money. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When offenses run these slant routes, it's about putting the ball right on the numbers. And defensively, I got to be able to take those angles right away. See where he's at, break on the football. Poor angles there by the defense. The offense took advantage with some nice yards after the catch.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. Snagged in the middle, it's Warren. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Finds his man.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the 1st half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona. A great catch and run for 6. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got it. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Utes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. To the air, it's St. Clair. Fires to the right. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? starts the drive trying to go up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. And the Utes will send out the punt unit.
Number 12, on to punt it away.
I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Utes will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's St. Clair. Catch in the middle, it's Warren. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating.
They snapped it to the up man. He's on the run. Turning it on. And the gamble pays off as they pick up the first down.
And when they bring on the punt unit, a lot of times I change my personnel and I bring on a different unit, and I think it worked to their advantage. 4th and inches, you don't think they're going to run a fake. They run a fake, execute it great. Nice job by this punt unit.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. And, guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal for the offense. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Wildcats. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. BYU was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen from the Cougars over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge game down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, great tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Grabbed in the middle, it's Warren. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
The Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on second and goal. Trying to punch it in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Cox. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
All right, you've now tried running the ball down here a couple times. It hasn't worked. What are you going to do on fourth down? Are you settling for a field goal? Or do you've got to play in your back pocket to go get you 6?
Gets the back moving. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Touchdown, Wildcats. Nice catch I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Snacks it quickly on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Rides to back and leaves it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Utes send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. To the ground to try to move the chains. Breaks into the open. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. And the Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Arizona. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked marked at the 12.
7 yards on the
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. This offense has it with really good field position. On the run, it's Warren. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got it behind the line. It's Warren. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
offside defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Arizona lines up with a first and goal. The give out of the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at third and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. And they got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I think you run that play beforehand, and you know if I'm inside the 2-yard line, I'm going for this thing. I'm going to stay aggressive. This is why God gave us 4 downs, so you can use it to go for it to try to get a touchdown.
Trying to pull his way in. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. And the Utes backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Hands it off on the counter. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
And the Arizona offense will take over.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Pulls it in. It's McCord. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a 1st down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Arizona going back to work with another 1st down. The running back has it. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off his guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Might be calling a hot route. Try to get it to the edge. Got a little space. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA.